found it so interesting on Twitter how when this deal got announced, Eagles and Saints fans were so quick to just go run and talk about the trade that happened last offseason. And I just sat there, I'm going to be honest, minding my own business on Sunday night playing FIFA going, that's not really a big deal to me. Like, the Gardner Johnson trade happened. I didn't love it at the time, but I get the Saints wanted to get rid of him for, they were clashing, didn't want any locker room distractions. That's fine. But let's not act like both teams wouldn't do this thing all over again. The Saints would do it to get rid of Gardner Johnson. And on the flip side, when the Saints were 4-9 and things hit, and things were going way south, they didn't have that, let's say, disruptive personality to maybe make things implode. So that was the benefit for them. The Eagles made the goddamn Super Bowl. They would do it all over again. 1-year rental for a 5th-round pick. Absolutely. Absolutely. At this point, it doesn't matter what the trade was. It really doesn't. So I'm not really concerned with that. I'm really not. I think at this point, both fan bases could just move on. The trade happened. I think that Gardner Johnson, as awesome as he is in terms of competitive edge, the personality on the field, he is a nickel corner who gets, I would say, too much credit at times. Like there's a weird disagreement here. Like there's a section of Twitter where there's probably Saints fans who believe if they had Gardner Johnson on last year's team, the season would have played out differently. I don't think so. And then there's the other half that thinks he's like not good at all. And that's just false. I think he is an exceptional nickel cornerback who is disguised as a safety and had a lot of fortunate interceptions last year and was hoping to cash in on it. And NFL teams kind of just said, man, whatever you're looking for, if it's Jesse Bates money, you're not finding it here. And that's just kind of how it played out. That's what I would imagine. That's what it sounds like. Doesn't mean Gardner Johnson's not a good football player, because he is a good football player. It's just he wasn't going to miraculously save the Saints. He only plays one position, and it's not one that's one of those that just changes the whole season. And for the Eagles, he was a part of a almost championship puzzle, and Lord knows they would have done it all over again if they could have. So that's the way I look at it. I know, pretty rational take from me, and you were maybe expecting something irrational. I'm sorry to disappoint there. But Gardner Johnson goes to the Lions. He reunites with Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell, and I wish him all the best. I do. Now, I believe the Saints and the Lions are going to face, so that's going to be fun. We'll see what happens there. I'm sure Gardner Johnson will be amped up about that. And for the Lions, I don't expect him to be a huge distraction, but if he plays well, just know we'll enter for the third year a situation where it's like, oh, well, I don't know what he's going to make. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I find it fascinating that he'll now play for his third team in as many years, but he's still a good football player. He is. And I wish him well. I'm shocked by how many people, like, it was almost like a smear campaign on Twitter on Sunday. And I was like, who cares? Like, it's gone. What happened happened. The Saints got a nice young corner in the building in Alontae Taylor. You know, you got Lattimore. Tyrann Mathieu was really damn good for them at the end of the year. So what? They clashed a little bit in New Orleans with Gardner Johnson. It is what it is. Story over.